Dexter, aka Crafton 8.
はい、ということで、続いてのゲームは、ゲットデクスチャーですかね。呼び方合ってますか？こちら、解説の方いらっしゃいません。もしこのゲームに関して知っているという方、いましたら、解説フォームの方から、ご応募いただくか、そうですね、コメントでの解説ももちろん OK ですので、よろしくお願いします。
Okay, this is Get Dexter.
画面切り替わりましたね。
1986 game, if you can believe that. And it's beautiful. The first thing we're going to do is restart the game until we get the right starting location. There are 4 starting locations. This is kind of like a Dino Crisis-like survival horror game. We're playing as Dexter or Crafton if you're French. And this is our trusty companion.
グッドラックした。グッドラックです。
This guy, he's a podocephalus. And this is a game where there's 8 scientists and there's 8 numbers. Each scientist knows one number. And there's 8 truth serums. We want to administer this truth serum to each of the scientists. And Zunk is going to help us. I really don't want any Zunk slander in the chat. Zunk knows exactly what he's doing. He's well trained, and he's gonna help us. So we're just this whole thing is kind of set up as a maze, and you know, there's like an intricate route that we're gonna take through the maze to get all 8 syringes to all 8 of the scientists. Right now, I'm getting the first syringe here. If I can push this bed, we're gonna hover in the air here. Just a second, this is a tight timing. I think that looks good.
そうですね。これ、機種は一体何か。これは何だろうな。
Get our first piece of the code by giving the truth serum to the first scientist. If we can get through this door. Zunk is here to
そうですね。昔のホビーパソコン。
Oh, that guy. Okay.
クォータービュー。
The robots
なるほど。
can be kind of dangerous. They don't really care for your
ちょっと私もそこら辺よくわからないので、もし知っている方いましたらよろしくお願いします。
Okay. We've got 1 slot in our inventory. That's another thing that's very important to keep track of is there's very little like we have 8 syringes. We need to get them to each of the 8 scientists, but in turn that means that we don't. Oh no! What is happening here? Hello? That's not good. Okay, well, that happened.
なるほど。ゲットデクスチャー PS5 3RE。なるほど。
That's interesting. I wonder... There's not a whole lot I can do about that. That's the next syringe. I don't really know why I got stuck there, but, you know, that's the joy of playing these types of games. If I die here, it's not, well, you can just, you know, play the beginning of the game again, I guess. But hopefully it won't come to that. Hopefully we will be fine. We just have to play the game. We're going to be hovering over this blue part of the level, which Zunk is hopefully telling us is dangerous by bouncing on his head. That's part of his important job duties. Thankfully, this robot guy... Okay, so we want to open the door, get the syringe, and then go through. We have to wait for Zunk, but Zunk is not going to be able to make it because there's a giant wall in the way. This room is pretty dangerous. Oh, and this guy went this way, which is really bad.
イギリス製の8ビットホームコンピューターシリーズのゲーム。なるほど。PSS なんですね。
Alarms and whatnot are here. Okay, come on. 20%. We should be good if I can grab the key card. I need this blue key card because there's a part of the level that requires a blue key card. The scientist has no idea what he's doing. He's going to be way too far away from the alarm. Okay, that was really good luck. If that scientist sounds the alarm, I'm just going to play it safe here and go on the wall. We're going to wait for this robot to get out of the way. Hopefully get out of the way. Okay, the robots are kind of random. So we just want to make it to the next healing station. This game is fairly safe if you just heal at every healing station. But obviously terrible things can happen to you. Like, what is that? Okay, cool. Yeah, we're just roaming around the station trying to find scientists to give medicine to. Or, it's not really medicine, but... The story is kind of dark. We are playing as an android, and our home planet is... there's a terrible war on Earth that's going to destroy everybody living on Earth. So our goal is to gain control of the satellite that sends energy to our home planet so that when everybody on Earth dies, you know, our home planet will still have energy. We're going to call Zunk here.
ちょっと何か怪しい動きをしていますが、これは何でしょう。お、足場にして、あ、なんか落としましたね。
And then we're going to grab the syringe that's in here and do the same thing. Come on, Zunk, get over here.
そうですね、グラフィックとかは昔のゲームにしてはかなり高度なものかと思われます。まだ8ビットの時代ですからね。おー、乗り越えて、ゲットして、なるほど、これがグリッチですかね、このゲームの。
Alright, we're gonna use these really terrible hover pads to get up here. Those hover pads have their own problems, but Zunk is doing some god level blocking. Look at that. Zunk is a linebacker. Alright. Because we only have one inventory slot, we kind of have to, we're gonna push this syringe over here. This is like, otherwise we'd have to make 2 trips, right? So we're gonna push the syringe. Key card. Because we need both the syringe and the key card.
あ、持ち物が1つしか持てないから放り投げるということですか。
Obviously, the alarm causes a crazy amount of lag, but there's some rooms where you can't really do anything about it. So, yeah. This game is like, yeah, I said earlier it's a survival horror game, and I think if survival horror had existed as a genre in 1986, this is kind of a survival horror game with like light puzzle elements. There are a lot of key cards, so that is very reminiscent of like a Dino Crisis like game. Okay, we're gonna give that guy the bottle. It turns out that the men in this game are
これは何でしょう、何か積み上げているように見えますね。これを積み上げて、何か上のものを取ろうとしていますか、これは。おー、お見事。
They are also immobilized because they're obsessed with the flowers. I did not make the game, so.
それを上から落として、自分も下に落ちて。
Okay, cool. So this syringe is now going up to this scientist over here, and we're slowly getting more numbers of the code. This blue key card that we got at the very beginning of the game is now useful. This room is fully locked out by blue key cards, so we need at least one.
おじいちゃんがなんか変な動きを。大丈夫おじいちゃんなんかすごい回転してましたけど。
60. Okay, 59 isn't terrible. I wonder... it should be okay. Yeah, I'm really nervous about death because this is one of those games. Oh, I dropped... Wait, how...
今度は何やら緑色の本のようなものを持って。
That is not good.
いや、部屋に入り直した。
okay. I wasn't. Okay, well, we released the crows, but that shouldn't matter. I don't really
もう
know
一
how
回
to
部屋に
fix
入
the
っ
card on
て、
my own head. That has never happened before. But it's a mysterious game, and mysterious things happen in this game. So
な
every
るほど、
every
部屋
game
に
is
入ったり
different.
出たりというのを繰り返しています
Get
ね。
over here, Zunk.
これは何
Yes.
だ
I'm
ろ
gonna
う。
call Zunk occasionally just so that he winds up a little closer to the door that you're trying to go to. I'm actually gonna take a heal here. This next section isn't super dangerous, but if you die, you die. So, yeah. I started running this game because of the illustrious Jorf of Ninja Gaiden 2 fame, but also of Get Dexter fame, because he's the first person who ran this game. And the routing in this game is crazy. There's like a huge, somebody made a map of this game that we used, and then there's like a huge spreadsheet of different times between different areas, and it's quite intense.
おっと、
There's a door behind this bookshelf or
黄色
cabinet
の
or
ボックスの
whatever.
ようなものを動かして、
Obviously, you need to go
なん
in
か
there.
隠し部屋っぽいところに
We're gonna drop
移
that
動したんですかね、
syringe
今
there
の。
so that we can grab this thing. There are actually ways of killing the robots, but
そうですね、座っ
as
て
you
く
can
るくるしている
imagine,
の
they're
は、
really slow.
左下
So
のエナジー
they,
というの
they
を回復
require
するやつですか
items,
ね。
which obviously, if you can only hold one item in your inventory, there's really no reason. Zunk is doing some more god level blocking.
ド
This
アを開け
guy,
て、
okay. That
あ
guy
もう一
can
回部屋に
sometimes
入っ
bully
て
you
いきま
really
す。
hard, but not today, apparently. Okay, we got him.
さあ、おじいさんも
Getting the syringe
この
off
く
the
るくる
side
は
can be a little bit scary
ちょっとよくわからない
sometimes.
ですが、
This red floor will kill you if you jump on it, so don't jump on it, please. We got a little assist from the robot there. That was kind of cool. All right. So we are
や
actually
はり
getting
注射器のよう
close
なアイテ
to
ムが
being
このゲームの鍵なん
done.
でしょうか。
Just 3 more scientists to go. Please get in here, Zunk. And the next syringe is in this room down here. If we can go there. Hello? Okay, thank you. I'm actually going to take another heal after this. I'm just going to play it really slow.
おっと、画面
Oh,
止ま
well done by
ってま
Zunk.
すかね。あ、動きましたね。
Sometimes Zunk is a little bit less cooperative, but
よかったよかった。
as I said, he's
動
highly
きました
trained.
ね。
Oh no, I didn't mean to go in there. Okay, that's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm trying to get behind this green key card so that we can push it. Zunk, I would really prefer if you got out of the way. That is not a very helpful place for you to be. I need this green key card to open the door.
あ、今度は注射器から緑の本に、いや、注射器を持った。
while the door is open before it
注射器を持
closes,
ちま
so
した
you
ね。
really need to get in there.
あ、これもおじいさんが、あ、危ないおじいさん。おじいさん。ああ
Syringe, we got
おじいさ
our
んが。
next number. It's
や
gonna
っ
be
ぱ
really
り注射
interesting
器
when we
危
get
な
to
い
the
アイ
part
テ
you
ム
can
なんじゃない
actually
ですか
input the
ね。
code because the code is like physically laid out in space. It's kind of sick, but yeah. For a game from 1986, I think this game is awesome actually. Yeah, I really have like there's some things about the design that are obviously like I wish you had iframes. But a lot of the things about this game's design are just really cool
おっ
and
と、上から何か降ってきましたが。
this game is kind of
さあ、
way
これを
ahead. Also, we're going to climb up this movable
黄色
wall
い
and
動物のようなもの
just
を
break
荷
this
台にし
room in
て、
half because you're not
なんとか
supposed to
上へ
go
とは
out
渡
of
って
here.
いきます。
But this is way faster than going the other way. So a lot of the things that we're doing in this game are mostly to break the key card requirements because if we went the other way, we would need a green key card and there's no green key card available, or at least we can't carry the green key card and the syringe at the same time.
よく見てみる
So
と、
this way we can
画面
just
下の
hover
方の
across the
コード
door of this
が
room.
揃いつつありますね。
card from over
この
here.
コードを揃えたら
Hopefully,
GG になるんでしょうか。
You need a green card key card to access this area. So a lot of the routing is based on which key card do you need when.
ベッドを
trying
今度
to
は動
make
かし
sure that
て、
you don't need too many key cards because
いや、
you're
動かした
carrying
だ
all
け。
that stuff, and that takes time.
ベッドで弾んで飛ん
Hopefully I'm
で、
not close to the wall here. Okay, we are
おっと、
gonna
上に、
grab
なんと上に、
When you hover, you have to drop the item you're carrying, but you can
どういう、
Okay, that's
どういう動きなんだろう、今のは。
This is a little bit of oh no. Okay. Just I don't know why I did that. Okay. This is RNG. One of these three colors.
ここで一旦エナジーを回復。
It's completely random. And there's that's a fun way to lose time. Also, you can die. It's
お
very
じいさん
easy
が、
to the knockback from one of them.
回転した。ということで、コードが残り一つですね。
But I'm just playing it safe and taking the heals when I can get them. I guess Zunk can actually technically tell you which one is wrong, but
残り一つはどこにあ
I
るの
never
か。
really thought about that as part of the design because Zunk is never in place ahead of time, kind of. Here's our last syringe. But that's not going to be our last challenge here. Those patches on the ground cause a moving platform to go, which would obviate the need to hover across the middle of the room, because that mechanic is obviously not intended. But we don't care. We would rather just hover across the middle of the room. So hopefully, this is another guessing game. It's cool. Okay, so we got the last.
これ部屋に入っていき
possibly could
ま
have been
す。
both times, but
さあ、おじいさんが残り一人注射器を持って、
we really want to. Oh, what?
おっと、
Okay, that's bad.
おっと、最後のコードが明らかになりました。
But apparently not.
もう2341122というのが、
It's
これ何の
laggy,
コード
so
なんだろう。
okay. We made it
これをどこかに入力するということですかね。
58 means I probably want to heal again, although this room is terrifying. Zunk, don't want to be on top of you right now. Alright, so we're gonna take this heal, and then we're gonna...
あっと、これは大丈夫か？
Okay,
いや、大丈夫だ。
I guess that's what happened there.
上に行っ
We
て、
really do want to be... like jump on their head. We need this red key card in order to get to the end of the game, so yeah. That room's always a disaster, and I really have no way of knowing. Like I haven't come up with a better strat. There's no other red key card you can get. You need to get the red key card before this door, because this door is a red key card door, so also the scientist is going to be right on the button, so we are not going to be able to avoid the robots. Zunk! Oh my god, look at that! Did you see that? Zunk that was insane.
ちょっと大丈夫か、これは。いや、大丈夫だ。
Crazy blocking from Zunk. Just being one of the best protocephali companions you could ever hope to have.
なんと、後ろ向きで歩いてましたね。
Get stuck on the other side of the wall of this room, but, you know, what can you really ask from Zunk? Besides the best blocking job you've ever seen. So, yeah, we're almost done with the game. I haven't looked at the code at all, which is really bad because I've actually failed to input it correctly multiple times yesterday when I was practicing. So hopefully we can do it. Basically, this code is, so, let's see.
広いエリアに着きましたが、これをどうするのか？
1, 2, 4, 2. Alright, that's the
全部緑になった。
If you touch the
コードを入力していたんですかね。
and that's the end of the game. That's time.
GG です。
Phew.
数字は方角を示していたんですね。
This
な
game
る
is
ほど、
great.
GG でした。
You Yeah, I really have no complaints about it.
この赤い建物は結局何だったのかちょっとよくわかんないんですが、GG です。
And the music is awesome, except obviously there's no music during the actual game. And now the game is over. So let's move on to Dragonheart. Because Dragonheart is not as good of a game as Get Dexter, unfortunately. I have not played the sequel.
ということで、Get Dexter でした。続いてのゲームの準備がありますので、一旦失礼します。
Now I think, as a culture, we can collectively say, we've gotten Dexter, and I think that's pretty cool. That game was awesome. That was so cool. Also, Zunk clearly knew Zunk was on screen at BBG, and Zunk brought their A game. So, big shoutouts to Zunk in chat. I see the Zunk petting. That's a very good emote. Anyway, you're still watching BBG, I'm still Flannel Cat, and the runner's still Aremath. We're gonna be seeing Dragonheart Fire and Steel. I wanna hear all about